So hello fellow banknote and coin collectors, this is Glenn back with some Vietnam banknotes. Not only Vietnam, but also Indochina. So when I started collecting on the internet back in the 2000s, I've been collecting a lot longer, but just using the internet since about 2003, these banknotes have actually come down quite a lot in value. Actually, all banknotes and all coins have come down in value. Probably because there is a lot more to choose from on the internet, and also I would say the economic conditions have made it so people are not willing to spend excessive amounts of money on banknotes. So you can get these pretty good condition Indochina 1942 10-cent coins, probably a few dollars. These used to cost like $10 to $20 each. But pretty much, see it's got damage, so it's probably in about $2-3, something like that. I'll have to research that. But this one's a nice banknote because it's an error. It's been cut, but I see this is actually not too uncommon for these banknotes because of the wartime situation. They were not too fussy about how these denominations looked. So if you can see it, I think that's a phoenix in the background. I think you can get them with 1 or 2 prefixes, so 1 or 2 letters. And oops, on the reverse, we just have in French. So we're Vietnamese, Cambodian, Chinese, and Lao. And yeah, I can't read French, so I'm not too sure what it actually means. And it looks like rice. So rice is a staple copper in there. And then, so up the top, which is supposed to be down the bottom. So let's have a look at the other banknote again. Yeah, it's supposed to be down the bottom. It was printed in Hanoi, and I presume this is the actual printer here. So you can actually get these. They come in 5, 10, 20, and 50 centimeters. And they're not too difficult to get on the internet. I get all these off eBay. But a banknote that is harder to get. So when I first actually started collecting them, these were like $50 to $100 each. But now, in this condition, you can actually pick them up for probably about $20 to $50 each. So pretty much the value is halved. And these are a 1955 issue, $100 South Vietnam. So National Bank of Vietnam. So Republic of Vietnam. And it has a guy on a tractor. It doesn't have a watermark or security thread, if you can see there, which is pretty much like the United States banknotes at the time. And I presume this is printed in the United States. So it has a phoenix. I can't remember. I don't know what the Vietnamese word is, but or Chinese. Queen Long? No, not too sure. I think Queen Long was the emperor. So this is actually still a bit of a harder banknote to actually get. And that's why its value is actually still a bit high. So the 50s Vietnamese banknotes are actually a bit hard to get, especially in higher grades. And another series of banknotes that's actually harder to get are these Viet Cong banknotes. So these were the 1963 issue. I believe these were captured in large amounts by the American South Vietnamese army. So they abandoned them to be issued in South Vietnam and actually printed another issue in 1966. That was issued in 1975. But the 1 dong of this issue is actually easy to get. 1 dong and 10 zu, so 0.10 of a dong. But all the other denominations is actually harder to get. The 50 dong is actually the hardest to get. Obviously, it's quite a high value. The 10 dong is probably the second hardest. The 2 and 5 are also harder, but not as hard as the 10 and 20. And the 2 and 5 are actually also a little bit hard to get. So this one's in consecutive sequence. So 9, 3, 4, 5, 4, 1, 4, 2, 4, 3, 4, 4. So if you can get these for, I don't know, $5 each, you're actually doing something good because you're actually getting it cheap. These usually cost about $10, $20 each, and that's a bit expensive for me. But if you can get a run like these, I actually collect these. I won't sell these again because I like to collect runs. In the long term, they probably put an increased value of worth on these banknotes. So a run of a lot of coins, because as time goes on, it actually gets harder to get a run. But these ones are a bit harder to get, and we have probably Vietnamese people. They're carrying stuff, probably crops and tools and stuff like that. And on this side, we have fishing, probably on the Mekong River, which is a large river. But so there's the fishing there, other people fishing in the background, typical boats on the Mekong. And I believe these are actually issued in or printed in China, but they were never issued. They found them on the Ho Chi Minh Trail, which goes through Laos, Cambodia into South Vietnam. So not a bad series. Do they have watermarks? No. They don't have any security threads. And the 1966 issue is pretty much the same. They have watermarks but no security thread. So anyway, those are my new Vietnamese banknotes. I'm actually trying to get a whole lot of this series. And getting high banknotes in the 100, so 200 and 500 dong is actually a bit hard to get, as well as the piastre banknotes. So if you can get them at a good value, that's actually a long-term investment. Actually be pretty good because inflation eats your currency, so it also increases these prices as well. So thank you very much for watching. Have an awesome banknote collecting time, people. Okay, bye bye.